think it's important that people can express themselves from as early on as possible with free rein, to live the human being that they really are instead of trying to fit into somebody else's box.
Uni's been like a great opportunity not only to help with building myself up as a fashion designer, but it's just helped me as a whole like discover my character.
Fashion is always a form of protest to me. I use this opportunity to explore myself. I'm part of the LGBTQ community and I want to study the history of queer communities.
It's about exploring your surroundings, exploring yourself. Who are you? You know, what are you about?
That's what you're
You should be performing every day you come in.
Yeah, it's even like think about what it is when
Experiment
you
with it.
put on it, you pull out your clothes that you put on in the morning.
You're doing really well.
But don't just coast along, you know.
Exactly.
We don't want
Yeah.
coasters. We want drivers. You're gonna make mistakes, but that's why you're here. You're here to learn, and the best way that I've ever learned anything in my life is by making mistakes.
I think a lot of my style reflects like quite strong women, because I don't want my narrative to be working class girl. I don't want that to limit me. I do believe that people from, you know, slightly disadvantaged backgrounds are less likely to believe that one, academia is for them in any way, like even going to university, let alone anything creative. So for the 660th anniversary of Drapers, the tutors asked us to look at the past, present and future of fashion. I'm going to construct a two-piece Haus suit made of leather and suede, mostly discontinued or dead stock, to ensure that I'm using as much of the hides as possible.
For our final major project, we got the brief of designing 6 outfits, and these need to correspond to our muse. Mine was the people that don't normally get noticed, maybe something that they feel insecure about, but you're taking it as like inspiration. I look at like creases in shirts, or like maybe their socks tucked into their trousers, or they've like unbuttoned things wrong. Like I like little like things like that, because I think that's what makes people people. The inspiration behind them was these people that have just been to work. So they see this poster on the train and it's for this rave in the forest. So they end up going to the forest and then they come back in the morning and then they have to go to work the next day. So it's these people that don't really want to work in a corporate job.
It's really great when you are in a place where everyone is working hard. The community, like-minded people, it makes you understand yourself.
But then you want this open, then you wouldn't do on the stage because it shows.
I work with my pattern maker tutor, my sewing tutor, my design tutor to get the best of the best.
Guys, come on, we need to start. It's 2 o'clock. So, talk us through.
I'm inspired by Victorian era, making like a crinoline kind of like wide, bigger piece, and at the back this is kind of like imitate the Godzilla shape.
You have not sampled any of these
No, I
yet,
haven't sampled yet.
because that's what you should have done by now.
Yeah, because it's like a massive part of your design, isn't it? So for that to not look like spot on, it's yeah. I mean, it's doable, but you've just got to make sure you could do it.
You've got an enormous amount to achieve in a very relatively short space of time.
Yeah.
And we don't want half bits, we want if this crinoline is like looking absolutely amazing, then that is the showpiece.
I've been here every day, I don't know. I have to just crack on and do it. Have to show them and kind of like solve everything. Every day, I have to say like I believe in myself, you know. They know they can push me, you know. So they're a bit like really hard on me, but I feel like they know what they're doing. Like with this person, you have to say it like that so they can get the work done. And it's like my first chance for me to present myself, to express myself, show the world like who I am and what I'm capable of.
Studying in London is great because obviously you have everything at your fingertips. Galleries and like different exhibits that are going on. There is a lot on offer. It was definitely interesting to see the different aspects of what Drapers do and what they provide and what's being exhibited in Drapers Hall as well.
So for some it is because it's become a bit of a family tradition. Their parents and grandparents might before them have been a member.
This year we were able to carry out a tailoring workshop.
Okay, so we still need to look facing in the right direction. Colour is always cut on the bias.
It's offered us opportunities to learn different crafts and skills that we may not have learned studying elsewhere.
Inch depends on the thickness of that fabric, okay? So here it's quite fine, so we're going to bring it down a bit.
But it is important to, you know, like make connections with other people in different industries, like the photography department, for example, you know, makeup, jewellery, you know, graphic design, all of those and everything else as well, even architecture.
There's a lot of engineering going on in the inner layer, and it's complicated because obviously, like if you wear a t-shirt, it's just like one fabric, right? Or if you wear like a smart pair of trousers, it's got like lining and then the other fabric. But with this one, it's like this engineering is like to keep this area smooth, to like go around the chest, the hip.
It's intense because there's so many different things going on. Like you're learning a lot of different techniques and skills, as well as the theory side of it.
We've got this module that helps us build up our CV and our portfolios so that it can get to a stage that when we leave university, it will be a good enough level to show our future employees.
I think this is a really lovely page, but it feels like there should be a page before that, or a couple of pages before that kind of explain the concept.
Yeah,
you've only just touched upon the surface, and actually I think there was what you presented in that project, there was a lot more depth to it. You've got to use this to your advantage now, because we teach you skills here to go out and get a job, and you're going to be better equipped than most, so you've got to sell, you've got to go and tell people that, you've got to sell yourself. Go and learn off someone else's back, so go and get that experience, go and work for a small brand, or go and just keep getting more experience, whether it be through internships or in a job working for a small company, so that you can kind of really learn the ins and outs of it and the business side of it. There's also the opportunity, if you're interested, to come back as an artist in residence next year. Come back and you can use all the facilities here, which is really great.
Good.
Make sure you also go and have a chat with Oliver too, because he's doing lots of new great things the whole time, that we're facilitating for him and working with him as well and supporting him to go on to the next sort of phase of his career. And he's doing some really, really fantastic stuff, like really exciting. So make sure you go and have a chat with him, because he's got tips and he's smart.
I went to Oliver's alumni show. Oliver is an alumni who graduated last year. Really nicely located because it was in Devonshire Square, which is right up next to Liverpool Street, so which means it gets a lot of people.
I don't see myself doing anything else than just to create and give community at least some sort of input culturally. Otherwise, I don't know exactly how could I contribute to the civilization. I was commissioned by Edward Crutchley. Edward Crutchley works for Dior and Fendi. My work for Edward was featured in Vogue and in WWD and some other magazines. It was exhibited in London Fashion Week 2023 September. Yeah, the industry is extremely interesting, I should say. Like, everything that you see in movies, actually, it's even crazier, but I like it.
Super cool to see all his stuff closer up, because the stuff that he designs is completely different to most of the designers nowadays.
Do you want to turn around?
Is there anything else in this grey?
It feels like it's missing something, and I'm not sure what. So those aren't the actual joggers that what the 12s are?
No, they'll be longer for the actual ones.
Oh right, okay.
I think that's good. This is City Boy meets rave.
Yeah.
You could go for like more of a city worker shirt.
I kind of almost like a bro could be
like
quite,
a black lace up.
I think it's just too literal. I think we can be clever with it. I think actually we just need to rethink it a little bit. It might be more interesting. Because remember, it's a show. You want to captivate everyone. You want to captivate the audience. You want them to be entertained.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you keep their attention, they're going to remember you, and that's the whole idea.
Good. Yeah. Nice.
I think there's lots to finish with, and lots to start with.
But I think you'll get there. Yeah.
The end of the project is probably the most stressful point of the project, because even though we've only got a week left till submission, this is going to be the longest week of my entire life, I think. Last week was the longest week of my entire life, so this one's going to be even longer.
It was so labour intensive, and I just thought, I don't know how I'm going to achieve that in this time frame. Every project that I do, I want to go one step further than I had the project before.
You know, I come from a working class family, and this is a photograph of my granddad and his best friend at 15 years old. So that would have been in the late 40s. I thought, you know, he was like a bit of a Jack the Lad, you know, working class, and they still dress to impress. Like nowadays, you wear streetwear, you wear like the latest sportswear labels to impress.
You've done really good job.
Really
well, yeah. Thank you.
No, it's really hard, and it's really beautifully executed.
Thanks very much. Sorry, I think. Did you do it, Emilie? Yeah, I think my module was. How'd it go? I think it was okay. My module was closer over here, so I don't.
Shall I go through into the dinner?
Yeah.
We have 5 people that we'd like to go. There'll be Julia, Giovanna, Manya, Emilie, and Adolfo. So thank you very much. It's been amazing, and I look forward to seeing you 5 at the dinner on Thursday.
I didn't think that I could achieve what I have so far.
This is my first time that I will present.
Uh-oh, we've got a problem.
Welcome to the first year's BA fashion show, Trash 2024.
Expression is what makes me alive. I accept my uniqueness. It's only my baby step, you know, it's the beginning of me. It's the beginning. Bring it on.
I just want to say, like, absolutely brilliantly well done. You guys have done a huge amount of work over the past 3 years, and certainly this year. It's epic because it all kind of comes to this kind of conclusion and this end.
I think in first year I didn't really know like my style of designing, and I didn't know how to design. I didn't know how to do my sketchbook. I didn't know how to drape. But like from these 3 years, I've built up this what I believe to be my own style. I've learned what my best ways of doing stuff are. As a designer, going into the industry, I feel like I found myself a bit more.